Hi, and welcome to a special baking edition of Kate the Almost Great. And I'm making pumpkin chocolate chip muffins. The recipe is based off of one from the website My Whole Food Life, and I will make sure to link down to the original recipe below. The first and most important part of this entire process is to get your latte or cup of coffee going, and then we'll get started. Okay, now that you have your latte, it's mine. Let's get started. Alright, so your oven needs to be at 350, and I have we need 1/3 of a cup of maple syrup. Go for the pure maple syrup. I may just feel this way because I'm a New Englander. Pure maple syrup is so much better than the fake one, and actually that's not how I originally felt, which is kind of sad. Oh, overflowing, whatever. Seeing how, again, I am from New England. I actually have memories of going out with my grandparents' neighbor to tap maple trees for maple syrup when I was younger. So that's, one New England experience that everyone should have. Alright, maple syrup. So the original recipe calls for coconut oil, but one, I don't have it, and two, it's difficult for me to go out and actually get ingredients if I don't have one, when you can easily substitute, which is why I'm substituting the coconut oil and the applesauce with Earth Balance Organic Natural Buttery Spread. For those of you who don't know, I cannot have gluten, dairy, or hydrogenated oils. I keep my oil one all the time because I don't have an immediate reaction to those, but I shouldn't be doing that. So it calls for a 1/4 cup of coconut oil and 1/2 cup of unsweetened applesauce. So what I'm doing instead is I'm taking the Earth Balance spread, and I am doing 3/4 of a cup of this butter stuff, and then I'm melting it. And so we just have tons and tons and tons of pumpkin because my dog gets a spoonful of pumpkin with her food every meal. So we have anywhere from 2 to 7 cans of it at any given time. Be careful if you don't already know. Be careful when you are using a can opener and doing the top off because it can cut you. I have had that happen to me before. It was not pleasant. And I'm going to, when I'm done cooking, rinse that out and put it in the recycling. Save the animals, save the earth. How much does it cost? What's it worth? You can't put a price on the beauty of nature. Save the animals, save the earth. That was a really bad rendition of that song. I like to sing while I'm cooking, if you hadn't noticed. And I don't know how many schools did this, but when I was in elementary school, the entire 2nd grade sang that song, and we had like a yearly concert. We had a yearly concert, and that was a song that everyone learned, and we all sang it together. And it would be not uncommon for us in middle and high school to just burst out and song about that. While this happened, I just sort of spilled some pumpkin. I don't wear aprons to be adorable or anything, and people told me that I look like that when I'm wearing an apron, which is why I said that I'm not full of myself, although, of course, we all are to a certain extent. Anyways, I wear aprons like this because I'm a mess. I'm just a mess. Alright, so I have the maple syrup, Earth Balance, butter, and the pumpkin all mixed together. And you may have noticed that I used that when talking about butter. What you should know is that while butter can be really fattening, margarine is also really, really bad for you. That was actually one of the first things that I cut out when I went onto this diet. It's just full of hydrogenated oils, which hydrogenated is the process through which the oils are made, and hydrogenated oils can trigger your immune system, which in a bad way, especially hydrogenated oils can trigger your immune system to be bad if you have an autoimmune disease like I do. I have rheumatoid arthritis. So like I said, I cheat on the hydrogenated oils thing all the time, but it's completely different because I don't have an immediate reaction, whereas with gluten and dairy I do. Like So I'm using King Arthur Flour's gluten-free multi-purpose flour. So I need 2.5 cups of it. Just the way I do things is I take, oh, you have to open up more. Rude. Oh, now I have that beer song stuck in my head. Alright. 2 teaspoons of baking soda. The last time I made this recipe, I accidentally doubled the amount of spices in it. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this tastes when I actually use the right ratio. No, don't go to sleep. Alright, and so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to mix up this, and then I'm going to pour the wet ingredients into this one, and then I'm going to add the chocolate chips. And I do it that way because I want to make sure that everything is nice and mixed before I add the chocolate chips, because I just want everything to taste the best way that it possibly can. And she doesn't say anything about doing that in her recipe, so if you're watching this and you're thinking to yourself, oh, I normally do it, just the chocolate chips and the dry ingredients. This is just how I decided to do it, but let me know if you know if it makes a difference either way. Oh, nice. This is also where I tend to get so. See the light. So this is what it looks like before I add the chocolate chips in. I'm just mixing it in. And then I'm going to get muffin tins and grease them. Look how beautiful. Alright, into the oven they go. And 12 minutes. I'll be back in 12 to 15 minutes. 12 minutes later, and voila! 12 gluten-free, dairy-free muffins with pumpkin and chocolate chips and all sorts of goodness. That is a wrap. Like I said, I'll have a blog post up with outfit information, recipe, original recipe, makeup information, and more up today. And don't forget to go back to my blog on Thursday, September 2nd, and I will have also have a review of my great trip to Cambridge Side Galleria with Boston Brunchers over the weekend. Make sure you also come back next week. I have a video coming about World Arthritis Day and what that means to me. So subscribe so you don't miss it. Like if you like this video. I would love it if you left me a comment too. All is great. Thank you so much for Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you, or you'll see me, next week. Bye!